Okay, question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Glad to hear that you guys are doing very well.
Thank you.
Is there a formal plan or some type of structure set up that you're going to be giving back to the community, Land Street, in the Chicagoland area?
You say it again?
Is there any structure set up or organization set up where you're going to be doing some Land Street work back to the community here now that you have such a large
We work
presence?
very strongly with the community, and that's one of the reasons the Alderman has been so good. We've really spent a lot of time working with the community, working very strongly with the community. And I do that no matter what city. We're building all over the world. I do it no matter what city I'm in. Very strong. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Donald, thank you so much again for coming to Chicago. And what do you think the secret is that why so many people love Chicago? And, you know, because you love Chicago, do you really want to go back to New York?
Well, I love Chicago. Hey, I picked Bill Rancic from Chicago, right?
Great guy.
And I gave him a choice. I said, you can work in Chicago in a foundation that hadn't even started with The Apprentice, or you can go out to California and run this incredible golf course on the ocean. He chose Chicago.
Smart guy.
I would have chose Chicago too, but a lot of people would have disagreed with us, all right? But I tell you, we love Chicago. And by the way, speaking of The Apprentice, you probably saw the ratings for The Apprentice last month were absolutely phenomenal, and NBC renewed it for another 2 years, so we'll continue. And Don and Ivanka have done a great job, and Eric, I think you better get ready. Because we'll have to find a third seat. We'll do it a little bit differently, but the children have done a fantastic job. Yes, ma'am.
Has anything in this market surprised you, and why Chicago now?
Well, I think the thing that surprises me most is that when I give speeches, and I give some pretty big speeches where, for whatever reason, a lot of people, in fact, including Chicago, with tens of thousands of people show up, I used to say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, don't buy. I used to say, don't even buy in my building. I'd say, don't buy. It's not the time to buy. Now is the time to buy. And the thing that surprises me is that throughout this area and other areas of the country, the buying hasn't started yet. But I believe it will very soon start. This is the time to buy. And I think that would be the biggest surprise. In terms of the building, I'm not overly surprised, other than it turned out even better than we thought. We had the best site. The Sun-Times site, from the time I'm 20 years old and started in real estate with my father till now, I always heard that in Chicago, the best location was the Sun-Times site. Always heard that. So when I was able to get the Sun-Times, in fact, one of the reporters asked me before, are you doing another job in Chicago? I said, we're negotiating a deal, but to be honest, it's not as glamorous, it's not as big, and it's not as well located, which means probably I shouldn't do it, I guess. I don't know. But we're negotiating a deal, but it's not the same thing. There'll never be another deal like this in Chicago, because nobody else will get this kind of a building. I don't think anybody else will ever get this kind of financing to build this kind of a building, and nobody else will get this location. Okay? Thank you. Question? Anybody else? One more question? Yes, ma'am. Hi. Too bad I threw you out of your building. It's terrible. You know, a lot of the reporters in the Sun-Times hate me. They don't like where they are. They like this building. Okay, good. Well, I like you too, Stella. I like you too.
I just want to welcome you to Chicago.
Thank you.
And if I had to get kicked out of any place, this is a hell of a
Well,
spot.
that's very nice. I'll never do it to you again, Stella. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're giving a very comprehensive tour to the media. And I'd love all of the media to take the tour, because I think you'll see something the likes of which you've never seen before. The level of sophistication, the ceiling heights, the window sizes, the kind of fixtures, the quality of the fixtures, the size of the rooms, the largest rooms that you have. It's really something that I wish the media would just take a little while and take the tour with Colin and his people. So I hope you can do that. I hope you can find the time. And in the meantime, I will be dining at 16 tonight. And Chef, you better do a good job, because I've been hearing some good things, okay? So again, thank you all very much. It's a great honor. Jim?